Peace. Make sure y'all share major live, major breakdown. All right, Houston about to be lit, man, for sure. All right, this live, y'all, we about to getting a lot of questions about, my contract review service. What exactly does it entail? What does it look like? What can I expect? What's the turnaround time, and how much, right? So those are going to be the things that I cover in this live, all right? I don't want no surprises, and I also want you to understand, all right, the responsibilities that you have when you sign up for my contract review service, all right? Now, I haven't had this service. I've been teaching for about 4.5 years now. And I just implemented this service, I want to say, about 6 months ago. All right, because my thing from my whole time of teaching has been to teach people how to do it themselves. All right, I didn't hold no hands. I didn't have no type of study groups. Okay, I didn't have anything. I didn't have any of that because to me, at the time, it was counterproductive. All right, and I feel like everyone that's on this journey, they need to understand how they're the only ones that can save themselves. All right, you could be in a group, all right, just standing behind some people, just standing by or just waiting for people to give you certain things, family. That is not going to bring you clarity because you're sitting on the side waiting for someone to give it to you. All right, that's why I didn't believe in groups. I have a group now, but I'll get to that. I'm just kind of explaining why I haven't had this service, all right? It's because I wanted to teach people how to do it themselves. I didn't want to do it for people. I usually get people asking me, well, can you just do it for me? I'm like, nah, I got classes where you can understand this, all right? So for the last, I want to say 7 months, okay, I went on ahead and implemented a contract review service where we handle the account for you, okay? We handle the account for you, all right? And I wanted to do that before I retired, all right? I'm still going to be doing this when I retire, like privately. But I kind of wanted to do this on the back end because I didn't want people rushing, just saying, just do it for me, here, I got you. I really want y'all to understand, when you sign up for that service, okay, I don't want you talking to the corporation on them, having long conversations. No, I want you to be on the phone as least as possible. All right? Every time you get on the phone, if they ask you for this, ask you for that, let them know, hey, I'm going to get this over to my finance advisor. Give me 24 to 48 hours to respond. All right? Because a lot of people think that they have to create bank statements, create pay stubs. Y'all, we're not doing none of that, okay? We're not doing any of that, all right? We're not creating false nothing, all right? We're not showing these folks no proof of funds, all right? We're not showing these folks no income, none of that. Get that out your mind, y'all. This is high-level mechanisms when you're operating in we can talk about commerce, the economy, all right? This is the wealth. This is how the wealth moves. Y'all think Donald Trump is showing proof of funds? Y'all think Warren Buffett is showing bank statements? All right? So you have to literally look at yourself in that view, because if you don't, there's going to be an issue with us doing business. All right, because while you're over there trying to, oh my gosh, the realtor just hit me back. They said they really got to see proof of funds, or they can't do the deal. And I'm like, relax, okay? We've already sent out our tender. If they don't understand what to do with that tender, that's on them. We're building a process here. All right, we're not looking for no yes. All right, and I had to make this live because I want everyone to understand, when you sign up for this contract review service with me, we're not looking for a yes. All right? Why? Because the yes is not going to be there. There is no yeses. The yes comes after we file a public administrative process. Okay? It don't come from the first wave. I could be having clients asking, well, I said my second wave, they still haven't said anything, man. So do you think it's over? And I just be like, silence. Sit down. All right? Just pay attention what's going on. Pay attention what's going on. Now, I want to give a shout out to all my older clients. I'm talking about my clients that's 70 and older. When I tell you they out here doing the damn thing, y'all, oh my goodness. All right, when I tell you these 70-year-olds, oh my, I got about 6 clients that are over the age of 70. All right, and you should hear how they talk. All right, man, the fire in them is burning. And I try to tell them all the time, you might live for another 50 years, 60, 70 years. Just because this new information removes a certain veil that you have on yourself, is telling yourself, oh, I've seen everything, I've seen it all. When you have those thoughts, you start to age quicker. When you understand there's always something to learn, you literally are, we can say, tricking Father Time. Okay? But back to the contract review service. All right? Because I want y'all to understand, when you sign up for this service, you are the one that's in the middle. Meaning, there's 3 parties. All right? There's my company, there's you, and then there is the corporation. The conversation is actually happening from the corporation and my company. Even though this is your account, I just want you to literally receive the documents from me, review them, make sure everything is correct, your name is in order, make sure you authorize these documents, all right? After that, you're going to send those to the corporation. All right, you're going to give them business days. All right, now if they say yes, if they say no, if they say we don't accept this form of payment, I need you to not panic. What I need you to do is literally send me what they responded to. All you doing is being the filter. All right, literally, you're receiving their no's or we don't accept this form of payment, and then you're sending it to me. All right, and I'm going to build up your response. All right, I know this is a service that a lot of y'all really can't even fathom right now. Like, you're literally learning and doing it as it's going. This is not a situation where I'm just doing it, it's done, and you don't know what I done sent. I'm sending you the documents because I'm not sending them to the corporation. You are. Okay? You are. So when we talk about current mortgages, all right? When we talk about current car notes, let's say you got your car repoed, all right? Now, what is the situation with that? First thing I would have to do is exercise your right to the security collateral. Even though the car is gone, the account is not gone, all right? And that's why I try to tell my clients, stop thinking about the material. Let's focus on the account. I'm an account manager. All right, I'm gonna say I feel like an account master. All right, because when I lock in on the account, what I'm looking for is the security collateral. Every single client I have, every single contract they've sent me, it says security collateral or some sort of security deposit or something of that nature. All right, meaning we can build off that. All right, because I understand all of my clients that sign up. All right, they are in contracts, meaning they provided an application. Now, I know 100% of my clients that are signing up does not understand what they gave. Their whole thing is focused on, I need my money back, whatever we got to do to get my money back. And I'm like, yo, forget the money right now. Focus on what's going on, because if you don't learn this, guess what you're going to be doing for all your accounts? Paying me. All right? And the price is going to keep going up, up, up. So when you sign up for this service, really understand what's going on. All right? Because I want you to be the pioneer in your family, because your cousins, your sisters, your brothers, your mom, your dad is going to ask you, hey, son, I see you did this. How do I do this? And then you'll be able to be in a position to say, okay, Pops, I know how to do this. I had it done for me before. Let me go ahead and boom, boom, boom. Man, y'all, this is next level. I had to kind of sit the other day and think to myself, like, damn, I have a service that no one else has. All right, I have a service. No one else has this service, family. All right, I bet the service that you're probably thinking, oh, well, he got or she got this service. I promise you, they don't show you the documents that they're sending. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. You signing up for me to do it, and also you're learning as you're going. So instead of learning and everything is like on pause and you trying to piece it together yourself, these documentations are going to be perfect. Okay? Why? Because we already have results. We already have clients that have results. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people that sign up, they're so focused on, man, I need you. And I'm about to start putting up an emergency fee because a lot of y'all is like blowing me up. You got to give me 14 business days to build these documents. Y'all hit me up. You got those documents? I really need this, man. I really need. I'm about to start charging y'all an emergency fee of $500. So if it's emergency to you, you're going to pay an extra $500. Okay? That's just what it is. All right? Because what we're not about to do is you pay and then be beating our door down like, hey. Now, if you're past those 14 days, beat my door down. Kick it down. All right? Send messages every single day. All right? But if you ain't outside that 14 days, all right, come on. I don't need you to keep checking. Hey, how's it coming? How's it coming? How's it coming? All right? Now, I understand you're anticipating. You're excited. I get a lot of folk. And again, I'm not bashing anyone. I'm just understanding y'all, this is some exciting shit. I had to be real with myself. Yo, this is some exciting shit. You're literally seeing the fireworks, but not only seeing the fireworks, you lighting the fireworks up. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have this, family. I'm not saying that to make y'all feel bad. I'm saying I didn't have this service, so I don't really understand how big this is. All right? Because I created it. All right? I created it. Okay? But when I'm hearing these folks saying, damn, it's like, man, I feel like my first day of school. We talking about folks that's 60 years old, 70 years old. I'm having them relive those feelings, all right, in a good way. All right? And I know it's some exciting shit. When you read them documentation, that wave 1, that wave 2, you see the wave 3, you're like, oh my gosh, how do I? And all the time people say, well, what do I do? I send you the instructions as well. I give you a brief description of each documentation. I'm not here to gatekeep. I'm not here to gatekeep, family, because I understand how many frames I am ahead of a lot of other teachers. All right. And again, I'm not here to stomp on anybody. I just understand what's going on and what ain't going on. Okay. All right. Now, let's talk about the waves. All right. The private administrative process. Okay. Is 3 waves. All right. It's 3 waves. I created the 3-wave process. I know y'all probably think I'm cocky or why he keeps saying I got to say that because I haven't been saying it. All right. I don't want nobody else to try to pitch to y'all like I created the 3-wave process. I even made a song about it a couple years ago. 1 claim, 2 claim, 3 claim. That's the federal claim. Yeah. Okay. And then I put the terms on it. Wave 1 is your first documentation that you're sending out. That's your claim to the security interest. That's the tender of payment. That's the bill of exchange for the full amount of the contract. We're also sending the affidavit of truth. We can send the conditional acceptance. And I'm giving y'all the game right now because, again, you can hear this all day. But if you don't know how to piece it, this ain't no copycat. This ain't no monkey see, monkey do. All right? That's why I don't mind showing you the documents when we're doing this. All right? Because what you going to do, try to steal it and create your own? Come on, man. This is real life. All right? This is real life. All right? Because by the time we get to the court process, you're not going to know what to do. You see what I'm saying? So this is like copy proof. Man, I didn't even think about that. But this is copy proof, y'all. All right? But back to the wave. So wave 1, that's you claiming your security interests. All right? Now, I'm saying this for those that can't afford the service, but just so you can hear some of these, seeds, because it might plant into you. You might mess around and go to ChatGPT and ask, hey, what is an affidavit of truth? Hey, what is a conditional acceptance? Hey, what is a security claim to interest? All right, you might start asking great questions like that. All right, instead of being in survival mode. Okay, all right, now that's wave 1. Wave 2 is just a follow-up from wave 1, giving the corporation a chance to basically cure their default or cure their damages, because we are being damaged if we come forth and claim the security collateral or the security interest and the corporation does not allow us to benefit. To me, that is a damage. I got a lot of clients that'll say, well, how is that hurting me? And I'll be like, don't ever in your life say it's not hurting you. Okay? It is hurting you. All right? And if I got to brainwash you to believe and to know that you are getting harmed, I'll do that. I'll be saying, Coretta. Because you know, all my clients, like a lot of my clients are like older. All right? I'll be like, Coretta. All right? You are getting damaged. And you know, Coretta be like, how, man? How am I getting damaged? I say, Coretta. All right? If I came and forced you out of your house, I didn't let you get no clothes out your house, all right? And you came back and everything was gone, and there was a letter on the door that said, if you try to come in, it's going to be trespassing. Is that damaging to you? She said, yes. All right. And I said, okay, I want you to look at the same situation as this. This corporation is saying you may not enter your home because us using our security collateral means we got to go inside of the estate or the trust to be able to utilize it. And if they're saying, no, we don't accept this form of payment, how can they tell the owners of the estate that they're not accepting the owner's payment that's trying to transfer it over to the owner's house? All right, it's definitely harming you by not being able to enter your estate. Gotta remember, estate, all right, is an extension of land. All right, estate is an extension of land. So if someone doesn't let you benefit from your extension of land, that is damaging. All right, and some of us have been so abused that we don't even know that we're taking abuse. We getting beat to sleep, but since we don't see the scars physically, we don't understand there's a financial side of this. All right, y'all busy, and I'm not the most physical fit person, but a lot of people trying to be physically fit instead of being financially fit. All right, you got to fit financially, and that ain't about what's shown in your bank account. That's about having the capacity to contract. All right, are you fit to move in this way of business? All right, you can't just keep saying, I want my money back. You sound like a kid that just says, I want my candy. You know how many parents got to keep their kids' candy away? Y'all know on Halloween, you don't be giving all your kids that damn candy. You give them a few pieces and you put all the other candy away. All right, now imagine them saying, I want candy. So that's how it sounds when people hear, what? They owe me money? I want my money back. Instead of forgetting how you even got in that place from the get-go. You got in that place because you don't read contracts. All right? You don't read the contract. All right? You don't read the contract. All right? No, I can't give you each harm because that would be me giving you legal advice. Now, if you sign up for the service, we can talk about lawful awareness and lawful strategies to be successful in the court. All right. So again, wave 2 is basically their opportunity to cure. We're sending that to the corporation. All right. We're giving them 72 hours. All right. After that, we're going over to our wave 3. Your wave 3 are the documentations letting the corporation know that they're in default. We can send a documentation called notice to litigate, notice to intend to litigate, our notice of intent to litigate. All right, that's just basically letting them know, hey, this is your last notice. I'm letting you know before I litigate. So now, by the time, if they ignore that wave, now we have all the evidence we need to create our public administrative process. All right. And I'm here to let y'all know, because when you're getting harmed in the private, you must bring it to the public. I'm going to say that again. When you're getting harmed in the private, when you're getting violated in the private, you must bring it to the public. All right. And I'm not here to say this to bring up old traumas, but a lot of y'all have been harmed and been violated privately. We're talking about childhood, and you didn't tell anyone. You kept it to yourself. All right. Imagine how much damage you've done by keeping your being violated to yourself. Okay. Some of y'all was touched as a little kid. You know, and damn, and you still going to cookout, sitting right beside your damn uncle and shit. All right? Sitting right beside your granddad. Knowing damn well what happened when you was a little kid. So we have literally taken that to the next level of financing. All right? Now we're getting violated, molested financially. Okay? And then since we're not saying nothing to the public, they're going to keep molesting you in the private. Okay? If you got to look at it like that, so we can make it more severe. All right? If we got to use that analogy, you're going to keep getting molested. All right? So for y'all that did get molested when you was a little kid, okay? This is your chance again. Are you going to fold again and not say nothing? Or are you going to go to the public and let the courts know I am being harmed, I am being violated by this bank. They are not allowing me to benefit from my security collateral. All right, unjust enrichment, constructive of trust. All right, meaning they're impeding on trust business. All right, man, come on, man. Y'all don't ever compare me to nobody, y'all. Okay, I gotta start talking my shit a little more. Don't ever compare me to no one. Okay, and there's some great folks out there. Some great folks out there, y'all. Some amazing folks. All right, but don't compare me to no one. Okay. Now let's talk about prices. All right, let's talk about prices. Let's talk about prices. All current mortgages, car contracts, okay? Mortgages, car contracts, student loans, leases, what else? Current. Any current account excluding credit cards. All right, it's $2,000 for us to do the premium service. Now I'm about to take away the standard service because I feel like it's not productive just for you to spend $1,000 to get one or the other process when you don't know neither or. All right, so I'm forcing people. All right, yes, I'm telling you, I'm forcing people to get my premium service for current contracts, which is $2,000. Now, some of y'all might say to yourself, well, I don't have that right now. All right. Well, I'm here to tell you, go find it. Because once you invest into that, my team gets to starting on your contract review. We start to wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. Remember, we're doing all that so we can build up, so we can have evidence for the public administrative process, which is the court. Now, you got to remember, the corporation that you're going against might ignore you the whole wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, which is good for us because we can use their silence against them. Okay? Now, once we go to court, we can add our fee schedule. We can add our attorney fees. Remember, that's coming to you. That's not coming to me. All right? Current accounts with me is $2,000 flat. That ain't got nothing to do with your damages. That's all you. Okay? So by the time we file our public administrative process, we submit our summons, we submit our verified complaint. All right, that's when you start seeing action from the company. That's when the attorneys start reaching out. All right, and that's because right before that, that's where a lot of people are stuck. They'll tell y'all, I did that, I sent my coupon in, I did that. But ask them, did you file your litigation? And they'll say, no, because I didn't know that side yet. All right then. Meaning you didn't know anything. You just knew how to practice. You weren't ready for the game. The game is the public administrative process. The game is not private administrative. That's practice. All right? That's you in the gym. That's you privately trying to settle with them. Trying to get it, zeroed out. The game starts in the public when you take it to the court. But there's a lot of people teaching y'all that court is bad. All right? There's a lot of people telling y'all court is bad. You want to stay out their jurisdiction. I'm not going to be that person that's going to tell you that. I'm going to say go win in our jurisdiction.
Because all the jurisdictions out there are for our benefit. Y'all got to remember, them corporations wouldn't have jurisdictions if it wasn't for the people. So when you read the Constitution, when you understand there's actual benefits of understanding the game, all right? Because the game was made for us. But you got people out here saying if you're playing their game, you're a slave. That's not true. Because if I win the game, how am I the slave? If I win, how am I the slave? How? If I win the court case, meaning if I get them to settle out with me privately, how am I a slave? How? Come on, man. But again, when students hear people talking, it's easy to say, stay out of their jurisdiction. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be in the private. You don't want to be in the public. I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to be in the public? So we should just keep getting molested privately. Come on, man. They trying to make it seem like as soon as you got to trust, there is no type of fraud that comes with it. Don't y'all know they have trust fraud? What are these folks talking about? And I'm so glad I came from the estate standpoint before I got to the trust part, because I understood litigation. So by the time I understood trust, I could put the litigation with the trust. And a lot of people that teach trust don't know how to litigate with the trust. They'll just keep saying, all you got to do is transfer everything to the trust, now it's in the private. All right? So what happens when the corporation doesn't send you your titles? What happens when the corporations come repo your car when the car is in the trust name? What you gonna do? Keep being in the private? No, you're gonna have to make a public record of it, so everybody can see that you are being harmed. That's why I'm telling y'all, the public is good, the private is good. You gotta know both sides. You can't just be, I'm just private. I'm just private. I don't want anything out there in the public. There is a public debt. If you don't understand public debts, you're not gonna understand the private credit side of the debt. Okay? All right, now that's 2,000 for current contracts. Now we're building up a case. All right, we're leveraging your original contract. Why? Because by the time we get to court, if they do settle with us, we cool, because we ready for trial. All right, we ready to go all the way to trial. Okay. Now once we get there, all right, we're asking the court for declaratory relief. All right, declaratory relief of the courts enforcing our original tender. Remember, the original tender was in our wave 1 for the full contract. Some of y'all been paying on y'all houses for 20 years, right? You think you got 10 more years. I'm coming forth and claiming the full amount on the home as if you just moved in. All right, I'm not doing the outstanding principal balance. We're claiming the full security collateral. And we're doing that pursuant to Federal Reserve Section 16, Part 1. Because it tells us we're supposed to get full guaranteed interest with profits. All right, not profits, but it says guaranteed to principal with interest. All right, so understanding that. So by the time we get that declaratory relief, that original tender enforced, that's going to zero out the balance from the get-go. Now all the money that you've came out your pocket is going to look like an overpayment. Now we claim that, family. That's how you're getting all your money back. A lot of y'all licking y'all chops too damn early. Oh, I sent my wave 1. Do you think they're going to send my money back now? I'm like, sit your slave ass down. No, that's not how it goes. All right, you got to sit back and actually see what's going on. You're the one that created all this shit. You see what I'm saying? We got to remember that. We created all this shit. All right, because if all of us read our contracts and understood what's going on, I wouldn't even have this goddamn service. You wouldn't even know me. We wouldn't have to have these conversations, because that would just be the way of business. That would be common sense. Okay? But so many people is crying about the damn price or crying about whatever it is. You fucked up. Okay? You fucked up. Sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and say, it was me. I didn't read. Some of y'all signed contracts today, you didn't read a damn thing. You see what I'm saying? It ain't the damn banks. They're borrowers. All right? The reason why they're doing what they're doing is because we're allowing this shit. You got your happy ass up and went down to the dealership. They told you no down payment, good credit, bad credit. You walked your happy, uninformed ass down there, picked out the car, they said you got it, and then they said, oh, sorry, I can't put you in that Lexus, but I can put you in that Hyundai. And you was like, well, something better than nothing. Something better than nothing. Something better than nothing. I just need something A to B. Y'all can't tell me that ain't how we sound. Alright? So something better than nothing. Now you riding around in an egg-shaped car. You 6'5", 250 pounds. Something better than nothing. I went down there to get me a big dually, but they said they can only put me in a Hyundai. Got you in that goddamn compact car. Okay? Alright? That is you being molested. You was molested out of your rights to not be molested. Okay? But since you didn't say nothing, you went along with the molestation. And that's why some of y'all women nasty, some of y'all men nasty now. You nasty. Because you never said nothing. Now it trickled over into your real life. Now you nasty. Then you start finding out like, oh, you got touched as a little kid. That's why you so damn nasty. Because you didn't say nothing. Yeah, y'all know nobody had to talk with you. I know. All right? You done let that carry over into your business, the way of doing business. You done applied for a house, got declined. You applied for a $500,000, they'll put you in a $150,000 house. Man. Because you didn't know how to litigate. That's what's going on. As soon as we litigate, we get that enforcement because we got to get the courts. Our enforcement can only go so far as the private administrative process. All right? If they don't abide by that, we have to make a public record of it. We have to put some stain on their name. We got to go tell. All right? You got to go to court. Because if not, the courts don't know you're getting beat up. All right? If none of us is suing, it don't look like nothing is wrong. So while you sitting there twiddling your damn thumbs, when is the government going to help us? You ain't filed no damn lawsuit. You ain't did nothing. You taking your goofy ass to work. And I'm saying goofy and not insulting. I was goofy as well. All right? Because we complain so much and read so little. I got to put that on the shirt. We complain so much and read so little. All right? Read so much. No. Vice versa. We complain so much and read so little. All right? I just wish I could see my older self and tell them, like, yo, what are you doing? That's why I'm talking like this to y'all. All right? You can't say you scared or something. You ain't even read rules and procedures. I know you done got locked up for some weed. I know you done got locked up for not having your license, so you don't like being in the court. You got to throw that shit out. This is a different game. All right? This is a different game. You can win. Hey, you can win. All right? If you want to win, you just got to spin. All right? You better put Bowie in. All right? For sure. You want to win, put Bowie in. Y'all see how Bowie Miles was? If it wasn't for his knee, y'all heard his uncle. He said he'll run the ball, pass the ball, kick the ball, and he'll paint your back punch. All right, yeah, you got to be everything. All right, you got to be everything. You got to be able to wear all hats. You can't let these companies take your knees out. After they took Bowie Miles' knees out, he wasn't shit no more. All right, y'all remember when we went to the car? What I'm gonna do about my leg? What I'm gonna do about my leg? That's how a lot of y'all gonna be if your jobs get cut. Because these robots are coming. Because I'm investing in them. All right? And I'm just letting y'all know your job is about to get cut. And you gonna be saying, what I'm gonna do with no job? You gonna be sounding like Bowie Miles with no knee. What I'm gonna do with my leg? All right? Enforcing security collateral. Being able to litigate. You gotta know how to litigate. All right? And you don't gotta go federal, family. I know I was teaching federal 2 years ago. All right? I'm here to tell you now, go civil and work your way up. Because if you go straight federal and you send that cornball last claim that you sending in and they throw it out, you can't appeal. So go to the civil, all right? File you a civil. Of course, it's not going to be small claims because it's going to be over a certain amount, all right? Get your win there. and work your way up. If the lower courts throw it out, appeal it to the higher court. But a lot of y'all trying to go straight to the Supreme. That ain't even how it go. So when y'all say certain things, man, that shit be sounding like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. All right? So let's talk about new accounts. So current accounts is $2,000. Let's talk about new account. Let's say you want a new house. Say you want a new car. Say you want to move into that luxurious apartment. Okay? For new cars, it's $2,500. Oh, my bad. My apologies. That's the old price. My apologies. Let me correct myself. All right? Let me correct myself. All right? That's the old. The new price is $3,000 for new cars. All right? Because I'm not going to sit here and tell you to get no damn used car. We're not trying to find no A to B car. All right? And every single car that you look for, it better be a 2023, 2024, 2025. Matter of fact, throw 2023 out. It better be something brand spanking new. Don't have me doing all this damn work for no damn 2019 Escalade. Okay? Come on, man. Give us something to work with. All right? Don't send me no buyer's order, something showing no damn 2006. Somebody sent me a 2000. I told her, I said, Goddess, you know you can get something new, right? She was like, oh, I didn't know. I just didn't want to get something too high. I said, ma'am, get you something brand new, okay? All right? It's okay. All right? Don't look at your bank account. All right? It's okay. You are good here. Look around. You're okay. All right? It's okay. Sit down. You want me to get you some water? All right? You need me to change the AC? You want me to bring you some food? You're okay. Sit down. Relax. I got you. But what we're not going to do is worry. We don't got to do that anymore. And I know it. And that's why I tell myself, like, I'm literally removing worry from people financially. You know what I'm saying? I'll be happy to remember, like, okay, I got to remember, I had to learn this as well. And I did not have nobody that just tell me, hey, sit your ass down and let me handle this. I ain't never had that. I wouldn't even know how to act if I had. You know what I'm saying? So being on this side, so pardon me if I sound rude or if I sound too pushy, all right? It's because I'm trying to get you there. And we don't got time to be in awe. You feel me? We got to build a lawsuit. All right, because the game don't really start until we build the lawsuit. So imagine being my client and you ain't even sent wave 2 out because whatever you doing with your life, I haven't been able to get to the post office. I can't do the next part until you send that out. What are you waiting for? I just wasn't sure. Are they going to come and are they going to connect countersuit? And I'm like, that's what you thinking about? I got folks like signing up telling me, you sure these documents is going to do it? And I'm like, Phil, shut the fuck up. All right, you mean tell me you done sent me $2,000 and you asking me these goddamn questions? You shouldn't even invest it. What are we talking about? Are you sure this is going to work? Are you sure? You done gave me $3,500. What do you mean, am I sure? If I wasn't sure, I would have took your money and blocked you. What are you talking about? I'm still talking to you. Come on, man. Y'all got to really see what's going on. This is not what you're used to or the traumatic world that you're used to. This is good. Okay? If it was bad, I would have just blocked you, and I've never done that before. And I know as soon as y'all send y'all money, I'll be like, oh, what's next? What do I do next? And I'll be like, just relax. Let me send you this job form. All right, so submit your information, upload your contract, and I'm going to get to work. All right, I understand, folks. It's a trauma. I get it. I had that same trauma, too. As soon as I released that trauma and started actually investing in stuff, I stopped thinking about the money that I, quote-unquote, lost. All right? You have to understand. You have to be able to invest to see things. Okay? And I'm telling y'all, this is better than Allstate. You in good hands. I'm trying to tell you. You're going to get the private administrative process, understand the public administrative process. You're going to have front row courtside seats. All right, I'm telling you to stay off the phone every time they call you, even if it's unexpected. They call you real quick, you answer, they say, hey, I would like to talk about the document you sent. Let them know, hey, I don't have time to talk. Can you shoot me an email? That's it. You can say this. Y'all get on the phone, get scared. And that's why I try to tell folks, a lot of people turn into little kids when it's time to do some adult shit. I see it all the time. All right? Oh, we're talking about my contract review service. All right? I see it all the time. I see y'all walk around here trying to act grown. Oh, I'm grown. Let a bank call you. Ask you about the documents you submit in. You go, come on, man. And I'm moving you from that. You don't got to do that no more. You can be scared of them. Move out the way. Let me handle them. That's what you paid for. Let me do my service. Because by the time we get to court, that's the real battle. That's when the attorneys start reaching out. And you think I want you talking to them? No. No, I don't. No, I do not. Right? No. And a lot of people say, ask, well, are you representing me in this court case? No, I'm not representing you. You are representing yourself. This is pro se. I'm assisting you. Okay? All right? I'm assisting. Okay? This is all you. That's why they gonna look at you like, what? Who did this for you? You're gonna say you've been doing your research because you have. You've been investing in educational programs because you have. All right, you gotta make it fit. That's why I say you gotta be financially fit. It ain't about going to the gym and pumping iron and shit. You gotta be financially fit, y'all. You gotta know how to fit the articulation. But that comes with financial articulation. All right, I feel like I be juggling terminologies, but it comes from reading. Okay? You can talk circles around somebody. That's why a lot of people call me a fast talker. I can't help because you're not understanding these terms. Put in this capacity. All right? Yes. I used to be trash with this, y'all. I used to lose and yeah. All right? And I'm not going to say I will ever not lose a case. You can lose a case just by not being prepared, family. You don't lose a case by not knowing what's going on. You can lose a case by just not being prepared. Let me give you an example. All right? Let's say you out of town all the time. All right? You done sued 15 companies. That's why I be hearing y'all. I'm like, how the hell are you doing that? All right? You done sued 15 companies. All right? But you also like to go out of town. How are you going to keep up with 15 different court cases? Those are 15 different attorneys responding in 15 different fucking ways. All right? How? How do you do that? You're going to mess up somewhere. You see what I'm saying? As soon as you, quote unquote, lose, and somebody sees that, see, he lost, she lost, see, you know what I'm saying? Not understanding shit. Even LeBron James lose games. Even Kobe Bryant lose games. Even Michael Jordan lost some games. They didn't stop them from being great. You see what I'm saying? They stopped them from winning a championship. You know how many championships I have? All right? You know how many times I've lost? All right? Do you think I sit around talking about my losses? No, I'm going to make my wins more loud than my losses because I know them haters going to make the losses loud. They're going to make them losses loud. All your peers going to make your losses loud. Oh, that, he just got this. Hey, you see? Oh, look, he just, as soon as you get a win, they not going to be telling the world. They not. That's why I'm trying to kind of build a mentality about you. Like, you trying to be around them regular ass degglers you came up with. They're not gonna be in that next room. I'm trying to tell you, because they're not building on their articulation. Your vocabulary is gonna change. All right, then I started thinking about, like, yo, this is a whole different language. You know how you speak Spanish, you speak Portuguese. This is law. This is his own damn language. You know what I'm saying? Because I can speak English to somebody, but starts talking law, they be like, oh, well, what did you just say? Can you say that again? What? It's like a whole nother language. Somebody asks me how many languages I speak. I say 2. English and I speak law. All right? Straight up. All right? Different levels. All right? Different levels. Okay? So, current contracts is $2,000 if you want us to assist you. All right? New assets, new acquisition, cars are $3,000. All right? Homes homes, a new home. Okay? And it used to be cheaper than this, but I'm about to throw a 2-in-1 because people need it anyway. All right? I'm going to build a trust and also acquire the home as well. So we're going to put that in one package. All right? For right now, that's going to be $3,500. So you're going to get a living trust built and also the acquisition portion of it. I have some clients that are waiting on that now. All right? If Courtney is watching, Courtney, I got you. Got us. She is a person that has got past her 14 days. So I got it. All right? I got to get to her. All right? But yeah, that's $3,500 for a new home. All right? But again, we're going to build a trust with it because that trust is going to give that home that asset protection. And I know you don't know this, but that's why I'm going to go ahead and do the initiative. All right? I'm going to give you a 2-in-1, trust and acquisition. All right? Now, again, we don't got to do that with a car. All right? Say you want a new car, we can just go, like I say, that is $3,000. All right? Now, let's talk about current credit cards. And I don't really talk about this much because a lot of people be kind of licking their chops too early. All right? For current credit cards, it's $3,000. All right? All right, now what comes with that? That's the 3-wave process and the public administrative process assistance as well. All right? Now, I'll go ahead and give y'all a bean. Because somebody asked me how much is the tender if the credit card is a $25,000 credit card. Okay? Now, I know a lot of people don't understand this. How long is 1 year? How many months is a year cycle? How many months is a year cycle, y'all? In a business year. So it's 4 quarters in a business year. All right? Every 3 months is a quarter. There's 4 quarters. So that means 3 times 4 is 12 months. All right? So there's 12 months. So the tender of payment that we are doing, I'm giving y'all this game, all right, so y'all can study, not for you just go run off and do it. I want y'all to get y'all credit card shut down, just trying to listen and try to go copy. All right? So let's say your credit card is a $25,000 limit. All right? The tender of payment that we are constructing is going to be $25,000 times 12. Let y'all marinate on that a little bit. Now, why are we doing 25,000 times 12? Let's do something lower. Let's say your credit card is 5,000. All right? The tender of payment that we're doing in wave 1 is going to be 5,000 times 12, no matter if you're in the middle of the year, no matter if you're almost at the end of the year. Because all we did was prorate and retro, however they call it. You know, we went backwards. Okay? So let's say I'm in November and I got 1 more month left. I wouldn't do the tender for 1 month. I'm going to do the tender for 12 months because we're about to get the back pay. All right? That's how we get the payments that you made out of pockets back. So when people say, how do I get my money back? How do I get it? That is how, but you got to allow me to build the process all the way to the public administrative process. They're not just going to send you your money just because we came forth to claim security collateral. They don't give a damn about that. What they care about is having to go hire an attorney because they just got summoned, all right, because they're getting sued. That's the only thing they respect. And so many people haven't even started that process because you really think all you got to do is put without recourse on your shit. You think all you gotta do is sign and that's it. No, there's more to it, y'all. We have rights, but with every right, there is a responsibility. All right? We have the right to be heard, but we have the responsibility to escalate our situation so we can be heard. If I'm sending my documentation to the banks or the financial institutions and not hearing me, all right, what do I need to do? I need to go be heard by the courts. I need to let the courts know, yo, I'm being violated by this corporation over here. Here's their information. All right, we need to make a public record of this. All right, just in case the courts don't give me help. Which you don't ever have to worry about that. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people got this, like this negative view of the court, like the courts are bad. The courts, man, what? Man, you ever had the courts on your side before? You ever had the courts deny the corporation that you're going against all their claims? It's like saying, damn, it's like having your own fighter. Now, again, if you're not right, they'll go, you know, they do their job now. All right? That's why I say when you do your job correctly, the courts have no choice but to be neutral. Neutral meaning may the best case win. That's what it always came down to. All right? That's what it all came down to. All right? So, for current credit cards, it's $3,000. All right? For brand new credit cards. New credit cards. Before I say this, how many of y'all chose the amount of your current credit card? Or did you just get approved and it just kind of gave you an amount? Because everybody that signs up with this new acquisition credit card, all right, you're going to tell me exactly how much you need every month. So if it's $25,000, if it's $50,000, okay? Because you got to remember, we have to be able to pull it from your estate. And this is some shit I shouldn't even be talking about right now. I want y'all to understand. This is why I don't really like talking about this, all right? Because this is putting money into people's pockets. And this is what some things don't, powers that may be, again, we can accomplish this by not being so detailed. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I try to tell people, when you sign up for this service, it's a lot more information I can tell you. All right? But at the same time, I got to think about my family. Okay? Because just because I understand information, just because I have security protocol, all right, you think I always want to have to look up, no. All right? No. All right? But with those new acquisition credit cards, all right, you're going to pick how much you need every month, which should cover all your bills and all your personal leisures. All right, we're going to build a tender of payment for 12 months. All right, and we're going to offer that to the corporation. And once they say no, we're rolling right into our wave 2. It's like a motion offense. Okay, that service is $4,000, family. $4,000. All right. Now, some of y'all might ask, is it a payment plan? There's no payment plans. Someone asks, can I pay now and pay a little bit? No. It's everything up front, family. Why? It's because, all right, it's not just me building these documentations, all right? I have to pay people to build them as well. I have a little team that's building them as well, all right? And the last thing I want is somebody to pay half, and I got my team doing all this damn work, and y'all hit me with an emergency. I'm sorry, I had to pay. I'm sorry. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. That's one reason why I don't have this service in credit card. Because I know how a lot of y'all like to do. You like to charge back your credit card and things like that. Then I got to put a counterclaim on it and stuff like that. All right? So, yeah, so this service is through Zelle, Cash App. Zelle or Cash App. If you don't got a Cash App, Zelle, create one. Because that's the only way we take it. All right? That's the only way we take it. All right? So, again, there you go, fam. All right. Now talking about trust. If you just need a trust built, period, living trust built, again, that's $1,500. If you need a dynasty trust built, it is $5,000. Right. For y'all that don't know the difference between a dynasty trust and a living trust ends after you die, unless you have an extension or some type of provisions having a dynasty clause in the dynasty trust. In the living trust, which where if you die, the living trust lasts 21 years after death. Now, if you get a dynasty trust, you don't got to worry about that. All right? That lasts 100 plus years. Or you can have it on a perpetual clause. All right? Meaning it lasts forever. All right? Meaning every single house you get, you can pass it down generations. Meaning all assets is going into the dynasty trust. And dynasty trusts are mandatory, required to be irrevocable. So with irrevocable, it cannot go into probate. No creditors can come to you personally. All right? Yeah, my site. Well, you don't need my site to sign up for these personal services, because the personal service is Zelle or Cash App. Now, if you want a class or something like that, then yeah, my site down on the class. But anybody that wants just a regular class, I have a bundle. You can get all my classes. The reason why I'm pushing for the bundle, don't get one class at a time. Get my full curriculum, family. All right? Get my full curriculum. I got 6 classes for $1,000. All right? One of the classes is showing you what to do if you get declined. Another class is going over how to review your contract. Another class is going over court, the full process of court. Another class is breaking down the 1099 series. Okay? Keyword, series. Nobody should be teaching y'all a 1099A without teaching you a B, C, OID, 1096. All right, and all the other documents. But that comes with that. What else comes with that class? I'm missing a couple. All right, but it's like 3 more classes that come in there. Like, man, you get all that. All right, I'm saying $1,000 because you'll have that for life. Each class is like 6 hours long. Okay? All right, so that's the trust prices. All right, my mentorship prices. Because I had someone say, well, I seen the old video, you said this. That is an old video, family. All right? When I originally put up my prices for my mentorship, y'all gotta remember, I never had a private mentorship. All I had was general, where classroom. All right? My September mentorship that I'm gonna have next month is $2,000. We're going over, that's a 4-week program. First week, all right, we're going over wave 1, second week, wave 2, third week, wave 3, fourth week. All right, we are going over court process. All right, how to dive into the court. All right, also understand some ChatGPT AI information as well is going to be in that class as well. So September's mentorship, we're going to meet 3 days. All right, it's going to be for an hour and a half. All right, it's going to be for an hour and a half for 3 days, a week. All right. Now, if you want a private, say you just wanted you didn't want to be around nobody, you just wanted this mentorship to be geared around your accounts. All right, that is a 4-week process as well. All right, 4-week class. All right, it's really a 3-week class, but I threw on the last week. All right, we'll be cut shorter because that's going to be more review. All right, but you have 3 weeks with me, 3 days a week, hour and a half classes. We're going over wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 in the court process. And also some hidden information that I cannot talk on here. All right, but that is $10,000, family, for that class. All right, if you want that, that is $10,000. All right. Now, some people might ask, well, if you got all this unlimited credit, why are you charging people? Because people don't have that, is what I'm saying. So if they want it, they're going to have to invest. A lot of y'all that did the Father's Day special, I haven't did the 30-minute consultation with a lot of y'all, just due to the time. All right, I'm probably gonna have to give y'all like a class or something. All right, because there's so many folks that sign up for that, family. We're talking about over 200 people signed up for that Father's Day special. Okay, so 30 minutes times 200. I'm not even gonna play myself, act like I can do that, family. It's almost impossible. So what I will do is give you any class that you want for free. All right, you can just pick any class I have in my online class. You can just have it for free because I can't really promise I can really get to them. Get to the 30-minute consultations. And I apologize for offering that and then being not able to provide, so I'll exchange it. So shoot me a DM if you got a Father's Day. If you got the Father's Day special, show me that you got the Father's Day special, and then we go from there. All right, so that is the prices, family. That's really all my prices. Make sure y'all share this. I'll make sure I put this up. Cause that 30-minute was just gonna kind of be me explaining the trust. Meaning that one-on-one wasn't gonna be about anything else other than the trust. But that's why I sent y'all instructions on what to do with the trust. And there's a few of y'all that I still have to get to. right, but yeah, that's the price, family. If y'all ready to move forward, shoot me a DM. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Again, if anybody that's in emergency, all right, and you don't want to wait 14 days, it's going to be an extra $500 emergency fee, right? Because your situation isn't more important than somebody else's situation that invested before you. Okay? Now, I'm going to create a VIP line. The only reason why I'm creating a VIP line because I had a client that literally offered it, and I didn't even think about it. He was like, hey, man, how do I get this in? And I'm like, well, I got you in the queue. He was like, how can I pay you to kind of get to it? I'm like, well, you know, that's my time. He was like, okay, well, I'll give you 500. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, so I'm going to make that the mark. So 500 is the mark. Emergency fee. Get right on it. But for everybody else that signed up, you got to give us 14 business days. Now, if we pass that 14 business days, beat our door down. Beat it down. All right? You can hashtag beat it down. All right? So we can know you passed the 14 business days. All right? Because at the end of the day, you have invested your money and you are due service. Okay? So with that being said, y'all, peace and love. Tickets for my Houston event will go live Wednesday, next Wednesday. We will be in Houston on the 30th and 31st. The tickets will go up next Wednesday. General tickets are $50. VIP is $400. General is $50. VIP is $400. All right, general class we will meet on Sunday the 31st. VIP, we will meet on the 30th. Okay? Now, I'm making this recording just so y'all can see it, play it back, so there's no confusion of past prices or current prices. All right? Someone said, what I consider a mortgage note and collateral. Well, what created the note? The note is an extension from the application, which is the security collateral. So, yes. What comes with VIP, private meeting with me Saturday. Information that we're not going over on Sunday. What's Houston Airport? I think it's George Bush. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I think it's George Bush. But yeah, that's what it is, y'all. That's what it is. If y'all interested in the services that we talked about, mentorships we talked about, shoot me a DM. Already be ready. Okay, and let's go. Let's go. All right, with that being said, y'all, peace and love. All right, see y'all next live. Peace, peace, peace.